Welcome to The Bottom Line. I'm Pastor Rick Utze from Maranatha in Plain City, Ohio. Last night I'm flipping through the channels trying to find something to watch, and I saw that The Shawshank Redemption was on. Now, it already started, but I love that movie. Like, it's one of my favorite. It's probably the only movie I've really ever watched more than twice. I can't think of another movie that I have. And I've watched parts of it when I've seen that it's on, like, probably 4 or 5 times. And so I didn't catch it all, but I got to catch like the last 2/3 of the movie last night. And it was just a good reminder of me. And for those of you who don't know the story, it's about an innocent man who was put in prison. And while he's in prison, like, he suffers and struggles with things mightily, right? But he also tries to help people out and give people hope. And what you don't know as you're watching the movie until the very end is what he's doing to try and escape the prison. He actually takes this rock hammer that he has. I don't even know how he got it, by the way. But anyway, he's got this rock hammer that he keeps hidden in his Bible. And he had cut out a place for it in his Bible. And when the warden came around, the warden took his Bible, didn't open it up, but was talking to him about the Bible and made some comment about salvation lies within that Bible. And of course, the main character, Andy, agreed with him, but he was referring to this physical rock hammer, which he was using to chisel a tunnel like through the walls of the prison so that he could escape down through the sewer system and out. He went a half a mile through it and out to get his redemption. He escaped. He was free and all that. But what was interesting is in the process, he also made the warden, who was crooked and evil, he made him pay for his crimes by by sending it to the FBI. But the point is, he chipped away for 20 years. Right? This isn't a true story, but it's a movie. But he chipped away for 20 years trying to earn his own redemption out of that prison. And it made me think about our lives. And I had to think about Jacob, who had run away from his brother Esau because he had done some bad things to him. He had really taken advantage of him. His brother wanted to kill him. He ran away, was gone for at least 20 years, was on his way back. So the time frame's about the same as this guy's in prison. And he's on his way back, and he's terrified of his brother Esau because he had sent people ahead, and they came back and said, hey, your brother Esau's ahead, and he wanted to kill you. He's got 400 guys. And so Jacob is just like, what am I going to do? And as that night before he meets Esau, it says this in Genesis 32:24. Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until daybreak. And when the man saw that he could not defeat him, he struck Jacob's hip socket as they wrestled and dislocated his hip. Then he said to Jacob, let me go, for it is daybreak. But Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. What is your name? The man asked. Jacob, he replied. And he says, your name will no longer be Jacob. He said, it will be Israel, because you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed. And so I think in this story, it's not necessarily a message that we should be persistent in prayer. It's a message that God chases us down when we're not, because when we're not trusting in God and His promises. Because God had promised Jacob over and over again, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to make you numerous. I'm going to give all this blessing. You don't have to be afraid. And yet he was frightened and afraid. And God just came down and wrestled with him. And in that process, He gave him a new name. Like, you wrestled with God. He actually wrestled with God and prevailed. He was victorious, triumphant. And it just reminds me that we are often stuck in our own prison of fear and anxiety and depression and all these things that can come upon us because we don't trust in God's promises. Like, we're trying to earn our own salvation through our own works. We're trying to clean ourselves up before God. We're trying to prove to Him that we're worthy. And none of that works, right? You cannot earn your redemption that way. Jesus Christ has done it instead, right? Jesus Christ has actually died for us. He bought our redemption with His own blood. It's like He blew away the rock. He didn't chip away at the rock. He blew away the rock at the tomb. He was resurrected raised again for our redemption, for our salvation. He tells us, trust in me, believe in me. You can also have that same redemption and salvation through Jesus Christ. Like the prison door is already unlocked and open. Jesus is just waiting for you to trust in him and walk out. So here's the bottom line. Get rid of the rock hammer. Put it away. You can't earn your own salvation. Walk out of the unlocked and open door that was provided through Jesus Christ and the power of his death and his resurrection. We're triumphant in Jesus Christ. Don't stay in the prison door, in the prison cell when the door is unlocked and wide open. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Bottom Line.